What is SENSEX and what is NIFTY? The meaning and the difference among the two we shall discuss today. First of all, the term stock exchange. Stock exchange is a marketplace where buying and selling of shares take place. So India has Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, called BSE and NSE for short. Both these exchanges are currently active. Total 7,000 firms are listed on these two exchanges. They are totally electronic exchanges. You need a demat account to trade on these exchanges. On every single day, millions of trade takes place on these BSE and NSE. It means these many number of shares are being bought and sold at these stock exchanges. First of all, BSE, which is the Bombay Stock Exchange. It is the 12th largest exchange in the world. It is the oldest in Asia and established in the year 1875, located at Dalal Street, Mumbai. It has more than 5,500 companies which are listed in BSE. So, trade takes place in these 5,500 companies in BSE. Now is NSE, which is the National Stock Exchange, established in the year 1992. It is the 10th largest in the world. Head office again in Mumbai, Maharashtra. It is the first in the country to have fully automated screen-based electronic system. Approximately 1,600 companies are listed on the National Stock Exchange. Now comes the term stock index. See, when we want to talk about the economic development of a country, what we see is the financial performance of the shares of the companies of that country. If the shares of these companies of that particular country are doing very well, they are doing great, that means these companies are earning good profit, and so we say that the economic development is very going strongly in that particular country. Now, just as we talked about, every stock exchange has numerous companies listed on them. So, it is not possible for us to track the record of market performance of each and every stock which is listed in these stock exchanges. You cannot compare the stock value of every company. It is almost an impossible task. So to make the things easier and simpler, we take sample of these companies. Sample of all those companies which are listed on that exchange, we make sample. This sample we assume that represents the whole lot of companies. Now, to take the stock of each and every company is very difficult. For every company you cannot. But for you can keep a track record of the sample of the companies. They will be representing the whole companies. So you can keep an eye on these sample, on the stock of some samples of these companies. These samples are called index. Like you have an index at the beginning of a book, right? Similarly, we create an index of the companies listed on the stock exchange. So stock exchange is a very carefully curated list of companies which we make based on the companies mentioned in the stock exchange. The companies which feature in the index usually come from different sectors and industries in the country. So we are not focusing that we will be taking all the companies from pharmaceutical industry or all the companies from the tire industry, okay, all the companies of the fashion industry. No, we will be considering and making the sample from different areas, from different industries and sectors. So we will be choosing those companies in our sample which are well established companies. They have a big name and they are able to represent their industry. If I am talking about the pharmaceutical company, I have to take some sample from the pharmaceutical. I will take the well-established pharmaceutical company which I will consider that it has the strength to represent the rest of the pharmaceutical industry. So that way, we have to take the sample. What companies will come in the sample? Those companies which are well-established companies from that particular sector. Because this index has companies from all the major sectors and industries, therefore we consider that this stock index will be the indicator of the performance of an economy. All the countries' economic progress will be judged through this index, which is a very carefully created index. So BSE index is called SENSEX and NSE index is called NIFTY. We will be taking well-established and fundamentally stable companies to feature in NIFTY and SENSEX. It is not a joke. If some new company is coming, say not very well established also, you will not consider them to take in NIFTY or SENSEX. Very well established, smooth running, stable companies will be featuring in this SENSEX. Now the term SENSEX derived from the combination of two words, sensitive and index. This word is framed by Deepak Mohini, who is a financial journalist. SENSEX is the benchmark index of BSE, introduced in the year 1986. It is the oldest stock index. SENSEX comprises of top 30 listed companies which come from various sectors and various industries. BSE index is called SENSEX. Another name for this is BSE 30 because top 30 companies are included in this index. Out of 5,500 companies, we have chosen 30 companies to come in BSE 30. They are selected on the basis of market capitalization. Examples are Infosys, ITC and Hero, etc. Next slide. Let us take an example. Assume that there are just two companies in the country with the name of P and Q. P has a total number of 1000 shares. 800 are held by the general public like you and me, and 200 are held by the management, and the price per share is rupees 100. So total value of the company will be number of shares multiplied by the value of one share, which comes out to be 100 multiplied by 1000, which is 1 lakh. And therefore total market capitalization of P is equal to 1 lakh. Till the year 2003, SENSEX was calculated on the total market capitalization method. After 2003, free flow market is considered. We will not include the shares which are held by the management. We shall just consider the shares which are held by the general public. So free flow market capitalization is equal to the number of shares held by public, which is 800 shares, multiplied by the value of one share, which is 100, which gives out to be 80,000. Now assume that this Q has the free flow market capitalization of 70,000. Therefore the entire market free flow capitalization is equal to 80 plus 70, which is equal to 1,50,000. Now the question is, what happens when the SENSEX goes up? You might have listened it so many times in the news. SENSEX is up. What does this mean? This means that if BSE SENSEX is up, top 30 companies which are listed in BSE 30, they are doing a very good job. They are doing great. Majority of these 30 companies, they have wonderful financial performance. They are showing remarkable good profit. General public are buying their shares. Therefore, there is a bull market. So if the SENSEX is going up, this means the economic growth of the country is going great. Similarly, what happens when SENSEX goes down? This means that the companies which are listed in SENSEX, they are not doing great. They are having lesser profit. Development is not speeding up. People are trying to sell the shares of these companies. The demand is falling. Therefore, it is called the bear market. Now, what is the meaning of the term NIFTY? It stands for National Stock Exchange 50. NIFTY is the benchmark index of NSE, National Stock Exchange. Similarly, we have created an index for this exchange, for National Stock Exchange. The index was introduced in 1996. And it is also called NIFTY 50 because there are 50 companies taken as sample in this index. NIFTY represents the performance of top 50 companies. Index में 50 companies हैं. There are from different various sectors and various industries. Well-established companies are listed in this index. This index represents large cap companies which have good degree of liquidity. The companies represent approximately 70 to 75% of the total market capitalization of the country. Whenever the prices of these 50 companies fluctuate, NIFTY moves accordingly. If the prices are going up, NIFTY goes up. If the prices are going down, NIFTY goes down. Very simple. Now the question is, can a company be listed on NSE and BSE both? Yes, it can be listed on both NSE and BSE. To be honest, most blue companies in India, they are listed in both these exchanges. Now the question is why? Why does a company gets listed on more than one stock exchange when just listing on a single stock exchange can easily solve its purpose? So to go on a multiple stock exchanges, the company gets accessible to maximum number of investors. So many investors will be there to look at the company if the company is listed in BSE and NSE both. Therefore, the company will get better liquidity. If there happens to be liquidity crunch in one stock exchange, for example, one stock exchange, there is liquidity crunch. So what will happen? The company can benefit from the functioning of the other stock exchange. So ultimately, it is in the benefit of company to come in two stock exchanges. The company will get better accessibility. The company will get better and fair valuation. The company will have a better reputation and better credibility if it is listed on multiple stock exchanges. Now we will be talking about what is the difference between SENSEX and NIFTY in the tabular form. SENSEX is the benchmark index of BSE and NIFTY is the benchmark index of NSE, National Stock Exchange. SENSEX introduced in the year 1986. It is the oldest stock index in India, and NIFTY is introduced in the year 1996. Compared to SENSEX, it is a relatively newer stock index. SENSEX is formed by two words, sensitive and index. NIFTY is formed by two words, national and 50. SENSEX comprises of top 30 companies listed in the BSE and NIFTY comprises of top 50 companies. SENSEX features companies from 13 different sectors. I told you different industries, 13 different industries we have taken samples. And here NIFTY is a relatively broader and it features the companies across 24 different sectors. SENSEX में the base value that is used for the calculation of index is taken as 100 and in NIFTY the base value is taken as 1000. Base year considered for calculation of SENSEX is the year 1978-79 and the base year which is used for calculation of NIFTY is 1995. So here we come to the end of the article. I hope I have made the things very clear to you. In case you have any doubt, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Stay safe, stay blessed.